Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. Today is November the 6th. I'm going to do your Just for Today in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation. This is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. I'm taping from the beautiful state of Iowa, and I am surrounded by other individuals. So if you hear some background noise, it just happens to be them. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. This should be quick and easy, though. All right. Understanding humility. Humility is the result of getting honest with ourselves. Basic text, page 36. Humility was an ideal so foreign to most of us that we ignored it as long as we could. When we first saw the word humbly ahead in step 7, we may have figured it meant we had quite a bit of humiliation in store. Perhaps we chose to look it up in the dictionary only to become even more confused by the definition. We didn't understand how lowliness and subservience applied to recovery. To be humble does not mean we are the lowest form of life. On the contrary, becoming humble means we attain a realistic view of ourselves and where we fit in the world. We grow into a state of awareness founded on our acceptance of all aspects of ourselves. We neither deny our good qualities nor overemphasize our defects. We honestly accept who we are. No one of us will ever attain a state of perfect humility, but we can certainly strive to honestly admit our faults, accept our assets, and rely on our higher power as a source of strength. Humility doesn't mean we have to crawl life's path on our hands and knees. It just means we must admit we cannot recover on our own. We need each other, and above all, we need the power of a loving God. Just for today, to be humble, I will honestly accept all facets of myself, seeing my true place in the world. For the strength I need to fill that place, I will rely on the God of my understanding. Beautiful meditation. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the We version of the Serenity Prayer. Thank you, God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please, and thank you. When we talk about humility, most of us have to admit that we only equated it with being humiliated and being quiet or silent while it was taking place. A lot of times we thought they were the same, and they're actually not the same. Humility is just like honesty. It's a state that a person has. It's a state of being. Either you're honest or you're not honest. Either you're humble or you're not humble. It has varying degrees, just like honesty. I might be honest with you about eating a piece of your candy, right? But not willing to be honest with you that I stole $100 out of your wallet. So it has varying degrees, and it is often determined on the state of mind of the individual at the time as to what they believe are the consequences that will come with that level of honesty. So if the consequences are lower, there's a greater chance that I'll be more honest. If the consequences are potentially higher, then, and I'm thinking they're higher, that's the main thing. Whether they're higher or not is irrelevant. But if I think that they're higher, then the potential for me to be honest is decreased. It's quite normal. And so as an individual develops their trust and faith and understanding of God, of their own understanding of spiritual principles, they also developed with honesty. The steps are written in a way where it works you into deeper levels of honesty. And it's the same thing with humility. A person will be humble in the face of a situation where they may not think that their reputation is so much at stake. It's easier for me to be quiet and to take it if I don't feel like there's a high price for being humble in this situation. Let the stakes become higher. For me, let it be maybe someone is implying something that will have a uh, reaction among a lot of people, and my reputation is at stake. It's very difficult to be humble in that situation and allow myself to endure that, knowing that the consequences are higher. Okay. So humility is something that we develop. Our understanding of humility develops. And the more intimate we become with the God of our understanding, the more developed we become with spiritual principles, then what we find now is that we don't run away from the concept of humility as quickly. We begin to believe and understand that it's a principle that I can have no matter how big or small the situation is, that humility is inside of me and that I should be able to have a very high degree of humility no matter what the circumstances. Now, so when someone begins to talk about you because you've developed this, they will say that person is a humble person, right? That person is an honest person. So the reputation that you develop after practicing with some time, deeper levels of it, is now that you are considered, right, to be humble. You are considered to be honest. And as it states here, that there's no perfect state of humility. There'll be times when you're going through something in your life, and maybe you're having halt, right? Hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, and the tendency to be able to practice spiritual principles on a deeper level during those states are decreased. So you may drop the ball on humility. You may drop the ball on patience, or you may drop the ball on being honest because of what you're going through personally. It's very individualized, but generally speaking, it is something that is often confused with humiliation, which that's not true, right? And it's oftentimes something that has to develop over time. So today I would like to encourage you to practice being able to see your true value in the world, because that allows you to be humble, to have humility. You know your value and you know the value of other individuals, and you operate with that knowledge in a positive way. Listen, my name is MightyStream, and I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to talk to you soon.